My father immigrated to this country from the Azores Islands. He was literate both in English and Portuguese. It was a common event for me to go with him to business meetings. He was a cattle buyer, seller, and my father would question me and say, now, is this the way that I understand it? That's where that particular talent came about. My career was truly an evolutionary process. Went to university with the intent of coming back and assisting in the management of the family business. Ran that for 17 years. During that period, concept came up that wind energy might be a good play. So I was one of the first people in the Altamont Pass to develop land leases. I had been on the county general plan, and so I worked for many legal firms, many landowners. I also spent many years as a professional expert witness, and that moved on into, you might say, the next phase. So Souza Realty Development is actually a threefold company. We do the early entitlement, which takes agricultural ground and gets it mapped into general plans, which is mostly what I do. The next phase is the physical entitlement itself. My son Mike does that. We also do brokerage, and we also do property management.
So this is the Westgate project, and it was originally a 76-acre ranch as part of our cattle ranch. We actually lived on a small farmhouse on the corner of the property until I was in the 6th grade. And it was the first project that we developed when I came back from school and we started Souza Realty and Development.
The biggest role that we play is the role before entitlement really starts in the true sense of the word. We basically work with the political environment, trying to explain to them how this project can be beneficial, not only to the developer, not only to the new home residents who get to have a nice new home, but also to the community as a whole. During those period of times, I mean, we've literally facilitated the transition from ag to suburban lands of thousands of acres of land.
This is the Tracy Hills project. It's a project that Souza Realty and Development's been working on for about 19 years. It's owned by Integral Communities, and we're a consultant. I'm one of the co-project managers on the project. We're sitting in the middle of the first phase of the project. It's 1,139 residential lots ranging from 4,000 square feet to 7,000 square feet and 50 acres of commercial and industrial land. We've dealt with probably 6 or 8 different agencies to get permits from. We've survived a ballot initiative, a couple of real estate cycles, and a couple of owners to get to Integral Communities, which are a great group to work for, very experienced and really know what they're doing to get a project like this off the ground and going. Since we started this business, we knew that we'd be at the forefront of a lot of change in a small community like Tracy. I'm 3rd generation in Tracy, so it was very important to us to bring projects forward into the community that are going to benefit the community. Grandfather being an immigrant, coming to America having nothing, and able to being successful, always instilled into my father and he into us how important it is to give back and to be grateful for what we've been given.
When I started the company, it was my belief that we should return a certain amount of our capital back to the community. We always made sure that we would take at least 10% of our energy and convert it into the local nonprofits that needed some assistance.
The number one thing for him is family, and everything he does is about us, his kids, his wife, and his grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
In our family, it's family. My wife Gloria is my constant companion. She's been with me for 57 years. We've had some great experiences traveling, all over the world. Camera safari in Africa was just unbelievable. I am a hunter. I like to shoot birds. I did shoot some big game in my younger years. I have 3 children, 8 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren, and one of the real joys in my life is the holidays when they all come together and everybody comes around Papa. What the old Portuguese fashion is, just plow through, go ahead and make it happen. And of course I've been known to do that. There's been more than one time that I have been dealt problems that said that you couldn't solve them, you couldn't make them happen, and I couldn't is not in my vocabulary.